SpaceX will try again tomorrow to launch 4 private astronauts for the first ever commercial spacewalk. The historic Polaris Dawn mission was scheduled for liftoff from Florida's coast today, but ultimately it was scrubbed over a helium leak. Space industry expert Eric Ingram joins me now for more. Eric, how serious is this leak, and do you think it can be fixed by early tomorrow morning when they're hoping to try again?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Diane. And there's a lot of ground support equipment that helps these missions launch, and this is a small helium leak in a ground support equipment servicing it. So the fact that it's not on the launch vehicle, not part of the Dragon space capsule, means likely it'll be a simpler fix and easier to prove the fix than something that would be on the launch vehicle itself. And so given the SpaceX team experience, I suspect that by 3:38 a.m. tomorrow morning, that issue should be good to go.
Now, this mission is bringing private astronauts to the space station, including billionaire Jared Isaacman and Air Force veteran pilot Scott Petit. What's the purpose of this mission?
So there's a lot of things they're trying to get done with this mission. For one, it being a commercial all-private astronaut mission in and of itself is important, but they're testing a lot of capabilities which will open up future use cases and utility for SpaceX and other users of this space infrastructure. So one of the biggest things they're testing is an extravehicular activity, or EVA, outside of the Dragon space capsule. So what will happen is over the first 3 days of the mission, they will be slowly depressurizing the capsule until it hits vacuum, and then they will open the essentially the door to the Dragon capsule, and 2 of the 4 astronauts inside who will be wearing the SpaceX EVA suits will exit the Dragon spacecraft into space and will be performing activities and tests and experiments outside of the spacecraft. And so for one, all 4 of the astronauts will be in these EVA suits in a vacuum environment because they are depressurizing the cabin. So I think I looked it up somewhere. This is the most number of people that will be in space vacuum at the same time ever, I believe, at 4. So that's exciting. And also it'll be testing the ability of the Dragon space capsule to enter and exit the vacuum seal, and also the spacesuits, testing that and all of the tools and things that go along with it. Additionally, they'll be testing multiple other small experiments, things like biomedical things, understanding how the body reacts to these vacuum environments, if there's any issues associated with it. And also, at some point in the mission, they'll be going up to an altitude of about 1,400 kilometers, which passes through parts of the radiation belt. And so that's a pretty high altitude for human spaceflight, at least, since the Apollo era. And so they're going to be able to collect a lot of data on how these systems, how these suits, and how these people respond to that environment. And the fact that it's done as a private, all-commercial mission is a huge step forward for spaceflight activities and the capabilities of our industry.
All right, cool stuff. Space industry expert Eric Ingram. Eric, thank you.